Welcome to the Talking Fail Show. I am your host this week, Tyler. With me, as always, is my co-host and brother running everything at the studio, Will. Hey, Will.
Hey, everybody.
And this week we have a special guest coming to us live from his house. Is Ethan?
Yes, I am here.
Hey,
I've arrived.
So we kind of did some restructuring since you've been on the show last. You're no longer a host, and Will and I are the only hosts. We decided.
Well, we
on our
have
own.
Mills. Mills has actually been picking up the slack.
Yeah, Mills has been. Yeah. So
on the attendance scale, Mills is actually up to 68 episodes.
You've been gone a long time. So Ethan,
where's Alex Ash? Did you get him yet?
Like 3 times.
Alex Ash, yeah, he was. Last time I heard, he was on a private helicopter.
Oh no,
he was
going to a basketball game.
Nope.
Was he going to a basketball game?
We don't need to just guess about facts.
It's Kobe. He was either going to a basketball game or on a date.
I think he was on his. No, he was retiring.
He was flying. Retired for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay, look, I don't follow tennis. I don't
exactly.
I just know he matters to the country.
Exactly. Ethan,
like the tallest white guy to ever.
Ethan, what have you been up to?
Nothing much. A lot.
Okay. I'm not asking like in a way of like where have you been?
No, I know.
Explain your absence.
I've taken your thing very seriously about like trying to go out and have stories to tell for the podcast.
Okay.
So I'm like now I think I have a handful that we can
first of all, I want to point out that you're coming to us live from your apartment, which is apparently now some kind of commune, garden, and haircut salon.
Okay, let's do this. Let's just go through my Instagram and then like
look, this is all that I have. That's my only connection to you is the random things on Instagram. I was like, oh, I guess he's longboarding now.
Oh, and don't forget the longboard that's in more pictures than him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because that. I did realize like a couple days ago because we all know that I had a following Discord problem. Basically, like I hate texting. I hate looking at my phone. So unless I got a notification,
or
I generally wouldn't
Instagram.
check. Well, that's my journal. That's like photography. I hate talking. But good call out.
Yeah.
What happened? I lost my entire trip. No, yeah, going out and trying to take texting. Oh, so my phone exploded. Did we talk about this?
No.
My phone died. Okay. My phone died. I had to get a new one. And then like a month later, I went, I don't think I ever installed Discord. Like it didn't transfer over in the flip over. So I'm like, wait, they might think I'm dead. Anyway,
no, we had your Instagram. Yeah. We knew you were alive. Well, we knew somebody had your phone at least. But
we'll call it I was in a season of recovery.
Okay.
Mentally, because
a sabbatical.
Actually, yes, a sabbatical. Because do we know when I stopped doing the podcast?
Isn't
it was the beginning of the semester because I couldn't anymore.
I thought the proper word was hiatus.
Sabbatical has a intention behind it, right?
Yeah,
hiatus is just
more
a break.
Scholarly.
It's more, it's just more high. It's more appropriately highbrow for me.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, 3 weeks, like a month before the end of school, I had a mental breakdown.
Right. I know you came on and talked about that.
Complete manic break. Yeah. And
didn't sleep for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hit and run. Yeah.
Are you sure it's the same mental breakdown? Could have been another one, Tyler.
Well, I mean, like there's one grand one, and then within that, there's a lot of different episodes.
There's an earthquake, and then there's like the aftershocks.
It's like a 6 seasons in a movie. Yeah.
Ethan.
All right. Yeah. So. No. Yeah,
Okay.
that happened, and then so the longboarding stuff. I've been doing lots of. Had to like take a break. I couldn't work. I couldn't do school.
Sure.
For a little bit, and just am like, all right, what do I feel like I need to do? I'm like, I need to get my body fucking fixed and my brain. So I started doing a lot of like yoga, spending a lot of time outside, longboarding, and just like doing that along with, regular stuff, and then slowly easing back in. Started the semester. Now we're here.
Cool. You return to the podcast. Yeah.
And I feel different.
I mean, is it an improvement?
Yes.
Like,
I think so.
That's good.
Yes.
That's good.
Because did we talk about the DMT part?
No.
Okay. So part of what was happening in my manic break, like the first like 12 days were the craziest. I couldn't sleep.
They usually are.
Couldn't sleep, and my sleep actually split between physical sleep and mental sleep.
Right.
Like, okay, your brain needs to sleep for dreams. Needs to dream and process and render. Your body needs to sleep to rest, right?
Yeah.
So, but they would be completely out of sync. So when I'd feel my brain be like, okay, we have to dream now. We have to go to sleep. But my body's like, fuck no. So I'd just start to like be waking dream. Like I'd go like I felt like I was in like walking through a lucid dream that was awake.
Wow.
I was writing like I have pictures of stuff, but I'd been writing symbols and like figuring stuff out, like trying to work something out all over every glass surface in my house. So there's a whiteboard, filled that up, even drew on my roommate's MacBook that was closed, the table, the refrigerator, any picture that had glass on it, and like the floor even.
Wow.
And yeah, so ended up talking with people about it, and they saw some of this stuff, and I was actually like having revelations, like learning stuff from these things happening based on stuff I'd been like reading and studying on my own. And people would just look at me and they go, have you ever done any psychedelics? I'm like, no, I've never done psychedelics ever. Like, are you sure? Because this is all like you don't, this is all DMT. Like
I feel concerned if like you started doing psychedelics, like would that either normal you out or just send you to like the fourth dimension?
Oh,
you start smelling sounds.
Yeah. Sorry, well you
Will just had a mental break.
Oh.
Wait, what? Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay. Should I repeat what I said?
Yes.
I worry about what would happen with Ethan if he was on psychedelics. Like it'd either make you normal or like send you to the fourth dimension. And you, like,
just pop out of existence. Yeah.
You like start smelling sounds and.
I did do psychedelics for the first time like 2 weeks ago, following a lot of this stuff.
So it's like a 1-2 punch.
No, that's what's really weird.
Yeah.
So this whole experience, like the visuals and stuff I was getting, the feelings, all the stuff, it sounds like DMT, and DMT is produced in your brain naturally. DMT is a naturally produced, like it's a naturally emerging chemical.
It's natural, man. How could it be bad for you if it's natural?
I found out later that like people can't like people's brains can induce like a DMT trip, like if somebody goes through a traumatic experience, or something. So the conclusion that some of us came to is it's like I got in a car accident, and there were all these external stresses, and my brain just turned on a DMT IV, and for like 12 days I was just going.
The brain was just like purge everything.
I seriously like that. And and then so when I did I did mushrooms, and A light dose is like I think 2 grams. Basically, my first.
Yeah.
I know none of this is. So I'm like learning all this. Anyway, I did a pretty considerable, decent dose my very first time, and I didn't have any of the kinds of experiences that people generally talk about, like visuals and all this kind of stuff. It was super mild, super mild. But what was happening was, it's like, what would come into my mind was some crazy idea or visual that had happened during that DMT phase, and then it would bring up another one, and then there would just be a dot connection. So it's like the mushroom experience was the final draft overview of the DMT experience, and I even like took more later because it was very mild. And it's the way people describe psychedelics is, well, it's a substance that induces thoughts and experiences, but they're dependent on the state of the person who's taking them. So people will describe that, like the hippie types, it teaches you what you need to learn, or something like that. It's like, so it's almost like, it's just like, no, I don't know what happened here, but we're good.
Yeah, I had a pretty crazy night too the other day. I watched 2 movies in one night, back to back.
Whoa! We need to stage, Ethan. We need to stage an intervention on Will.
I stayed up past 10 p.m.
Psychedelics they're doing research on psychedelics to cure addiction. So, Will, your alcoholism, we could just pump you full of psilocybin, and
if I'm too stoned to reach the alcohol, then I'm cured.
No, and with death anxiety, alcoholism, and smoking, with up to like a 75-85% success rate after, I think, a year. No, yeah, if people have a religious experience, a profound religious experience on the substances, then, like, based on the definitions of the study, there was a cure in their addiction.
So what's it doing for your addictions?
I think it's just making me addicted to psychedelics, honestly.
Okay.
It's not habit forming.
No, well,
it's the cheapest drug there is.
I thought about this. I figured we'd talk a lot about this stuff, and I'm like, this is such a multi-part thing I'm still figuring out.
Well, it's okay.
I've learned. I feel like I've changed significantly since like last time we started recording. So I'd say beginning of podcast Adderall, Ethan.
Right. Here's all the phases of Talking Fail as seen through.
Yes.
Ethan.
To like Ethan 21.
Mm-hmm.
Like 21 to 22. That difference, like, similar, not as maybe not as significant.
I would say more, more leveled out. Like, not as.
Oh no, but it's also internal. Like, it's so much internal stuff. It's not even related to just the podcast. It's how I approach scenarios, how I look at people, how I engage with people. Like, the way life seems to happen is quite different.
Okay.
And now we're back around to drugged out Ethan, and it's gonna be pretty cool.
Yes, but at the beginning of the podcast, it was drugged out Ethan on pharmaceuticals. It was everything that a doctor would give you.
Now it's natural.
Now it's all natural. So we went from what's the word?
He's back.
Establishment. See, I'm too in touch with nature. I didn't even know the word establishment.
So I think just the podcast is going to get good again.
Yeah. But instead of Adderall, yeah, good stuff.
So, Ethan, in your absence, I've come up with a new game.
Okay, yay.
Also, we're not going to acknowledge the random people who walk through the background, and
right, because it's an audio podcast, Tyler.
Well, now with visual elements.
Shoot.
What?
Sorry.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
It's okay.
Okay.
Where else are they going to do heroin safely?
Since I have the green screen, I want to like put fake people in the background of mine. Like,
Yeah, you're just jealous. You just want to have whatever Ethan has, and then do it a little bit better.
Will, there aren't people sitting around watching me podcast. Like, all right, I'm podcasting live. That doesn't mean a live stream. It means people just come and watch me talk into a microphone.
That's how he steps it up. All the people in your world, Ethan, are ignoring you. Will have the attention of all of his people.
I'm gonna get a couple John Travoltas going like, what? Huh? What?
And then next week, it's going to be a bunch of people sitting around me. They can't hear you guys. I'm the one with the headphones, and they're just going to be chanting, I love you, like the whole time.
Exactly. Ethan's got a cult. But so back to...
I'm glad you see it that way. Because you're half right.
I mean, what's the saying? You make more money as the leader, but you have more fun as a member of a cult.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to do both, because I work in institution. Like, my work is involved in institution reform, so I'm trying to like fix the cult.
Right. So back to the thing I was trying to do. So new game. I found this book it's the bigger book of apps. And it's basically somebody decided to write a book and list a bunch of apps, kind of, I guess, best apps. Sure. But it's a paper book about apps. Seems really smart. So the game, the game is, I always forget to say the name of the game, but it's called Tap Dat App. And it's basically Urban Dictionary, but with the apps in this book. So, Will, can you do me a favor and keep score?
Yeah.
Okay. So it'll be Will versus Ethan. So just like the Urban Dictionary game that you're familiar with, Ethan, if you get the correct definition of the app, it's 2 points, and then there'll be a 1 point for funniest answer.
Is he still familiar with the?
I don't know. It's basically, I'm saying it as if I'm talking to Ethan, but it's really for the benefit of the audience. Will, I'll give you 3 categories.
I was gonna take my bed.
Hang on, we got a situation.
Oh, hey Tyler, don't acknowledge him.
Yeah.
Just keep talking.
Okay, just keep talking through. Okay.
Oh, Tyler, a fun fact about the attendance actually is Ethan and Arthur are now tied again.
Okay.
So
Sorry,
you and me are tied, and Ethan and
Ethan
and Arthur are tied.
They can hear you, by the way.
Hi, Ethan's friend.
Okay, so this is Scotty. He knows Will from YouTube.
Hi, Scotty.
Yo, what's up, dude?
Hey.
Wait, they can't hear headphones.
Sorry that you
wear headphones, you guys. Here.
Sorry that
Sorry,
you
I'm
showed
ruining
you the YouTube.
No, I have to go.
All right, see you later.
See you guys.
Keep touching your mic, Ethan. I love when you do that.
Have a good one, Scott.
Yeah, I'll see you in 2 days, bro.
All right.
See you, Scott. Have fun.
It was Scotty.
I'm just kidding.
Scotty.
Scott. No, I'm tired.
So
we're embarrassing him in front of his friends. It's fun.
No, I'm laughing so hard because Tyler's like, I have a structure. And I'm like,
it's not even a real structure. I'm just,
what does he think is going to happen when I get on the show?
At least Mills shows some freaking respect.
Oh gosh, Mills doesn't know that.
So Will, I'm going to give you 3 categories, and then I'll give you an app from one of those categories. Design, utilities, or meetings.
Design.
All right. Design. Oh, hey, this is the last one for designs. Oh crap, we gotta find it again. So the pages are stuck together now. Okay, here we go.
Tyler.
Will, your app is Looka. Or I guess you go first, and then Ethan, try to come up with a good answer. Looka, Looka, is a design app.
Will's first.
Yeah, Will goes first.
Looka is it's the app for. Well, it's the app for designing your website, for looking up the Hooker database.
There's a database?
There is now on looka.com or the Looka app in the Google Play and Apple Store for you to look up your favorite hookers, find out their history, how many STDs they have.
What about least
Facial
favorite?
recognition.
Is there like a blocking of least favorite?
Well, the app kind of fell apart because the only people that would come back, you have to have a felon, like a police record.
Gotcha.
So the only database they have are people who already went through the system.
All right, Ethan, what is your definition for, or what does your version of Looka do?
Looka, can you, I hear it in a sentence?
No. Because that gives away.
Find this hooker on Looka. There you go.
Looka, it's a design app.
Yeah.
Looka is where you take a picture of a piece of furniture and then it tells you where to get it, or if you can, it tells you if you can afford it or not.
Okay. That would be a good app, unlike Will's version.
What? That would be a great app.
No, Will, I already have a
uses
booklet.
for that.
I don't need an app. I already have pictures and printouts. I've done all my homework already.
Okay. Well, in that case, you might actually want to use Looka because it is an AI-based logo tool.
Wait, why do I get the feeling that Looka is like the N word for logos?
That's our word.
That's my Looka.
Hey, don't say it with a hard R.
It's a
okay.
I think.
So nobody got it correct, but I will give Ethan the arbitrary point because his answer I thought was a better app.
It's not funny. It's better app.
It's an arbitrary point, so
right.
It's pretty. Yeah,
we went over this last time. It's because Tyler doesn't want me to win.
You guys talked about how nihilistic this podcast is.
Tell it to your God, Ethan. Your categories. Ethan, your categories are organization, productivity, and communication.
Communication.
It's loaded topics there. But all right, Ethan, the app is Spike.
Spike. Communication. It's it tells you the location of like geotags where a lot of tweets have been made at once about something similar.
Okay.
So then you can go and talk to those people.
All right. Will,
what was the theme again?
Communication.
Spike is the communicating app for date rapists to keep track of which location a date rapist is at, because you don't want to double up and have two date rapists at the same place. So, it's for keeping track of that.
Unless they get each other, they target each other and they can't.
Spike, I get it now. It's like you make sure that nobody's roofied the same drink, or else the dosages are
it's too high and you kill someone.
I don't like this app, Will.
All right.
Well, I didn't say I liked it or I endorse it. I'm just saying what it is.
It's in the book.
Look. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying it's what it is.
So, unfortunately, nobody got the book definition of the app. But I will give the arbitrary point to Will because I think his answer was the best. But the actual answer we're looking for is a conversational email that looks like texting.
This is a book of good apps?
No, we never said good. I never said good.
Okay, how long is the text for each app?
It depends on the app. Sometimes they only give you like just the brief rundown, like literally what it does. And then some they give you a nice little paragraph. Like here, right now you have someone in your life who never responds to your email, Ethan. But if you pop in a text, they write back in seconds. Spike email is perfect for those folks. The platform styles emails into windows that make it look like you're texting back and forth rather than working on a more formal email interface.
That sounds super lame.
Yeah, it's bad. It's lame. So Will, photo will give you.
It's a skin for email.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's all it is.
That's what it is. Yeah. Will, photo, video, communication, or meetings.
Okay, hang on. I just remembered that you wanted me to keep track of the score.
Oh, it's 1-1.
Yeah. Okay, I'm all caught up.
Okay. Photo, video. I think I said communication and then meetings.
Photo, video.
Okay.
Or does it have to just be one?
It's a photo/video.
Okay, I'll take the video.
All right. Well, it's not how I just explained that. It's not how it works. Will, what does felt do? FELT.
Felt is it's for congregating photos and or videos or just videos of certain tragic events
Oh
that
boy.
are all the same, and you can just watch, like photos and videos of people being sad about, like a person dying
Oh,
and
okay.
then
Felt.
from one event.
Ah, I
And
was gonna
then-
say like wow, a lot of famous people died in air vehicle related crashes. kind
wow,
of thing.
not
That's
cool,
what,
Tyler.
that's what I was expecting.
That is
to
way
come out.
too soon, Tyler.
Buddy Holly, rest in peace. All right, Ethan, what does felt do?
Felt is also an aggregate program for pulling together all sorts of backgrounds that are just different fabric textures
Hmm.
to help people take their non-square images and make them square for Instagram.
Hmm.
This was well before they allowed for rectangular.
Right.
Yeah.
What
And
kind of
even
fabrics?
What kind of fabrics?
Yeah.
Well, the fact you're asking shows that you don't understand felt. Felt encompasses all fabrics. All the fabrics are encompassed by felt. And all the greatest felts, felt's a fabric, right? What's
Ethan,
I was thinking velvet, felt. Yeah, velvet's the one. It doesn't even exist, and it's on there. My favorite is the fabric that's so black that light doesn't penetrate. It actually breaks your screen.
Ethan, I've missed you.
Mills never does DMT.
Yeah, or if he does, he keeps it to himself. Okay, so
I've missed you guys too. I'm catching up on being a year in a basement.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of being in the basement, what happened to your arm and your fingers?
Can we play the
Oh.
game?
So I was longboarding.
Oh, yeah. There, I didn't even
My
need to know.
knee, yeah, my knee's all bloody.
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Actually, you guys want to see? Did you see my
No.
Instagram of Daniel falling on his face skateboarding?
I did.
I
Yes.
saw
Yeah.
somebody. Yeah.
We'll show that on the live stream.
Yeah. Totally.
Tyler, can you get to the Instagram app and then
Hang
we
on.
can
Hang on. Beep beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop. Okay, there. We just showed it.
Yeah.
So back to the game. Felt is an accordion style greeting card from your phone. So nobody got that right. Ethan, I'm giving you the arbitrary point because of reasons.
Again, that is
Um,
like the lamest app I have ever heard of.
Ever since Felt started offering a $5 subscription service,
Oh
I've
my
been a much
God.
better
What?
friend. For $5 a month, I
Oh
can
my
send up to
God.
3, 4. So $5 a month, I can send up to 3, 4 panel Felt gift cards, including shipping, and I use them from everything from a client thank you to a husband I love you. They have amusing special occasions such as Ellen DeGeneres' birthday, and a lovely sentiment that says, "Dearest coworker, sorry about my stinky lunch."
Jesus, that is
It's
just the worst thing
that's
I've ever
that-
heard of.
That is
bad.
awful.
All right.
Awful. Guys, guess what? I just signed up for a felt card subscription service.
I'd prefer that the date rape app was real to felt.
I do too. Because
Uh,
at least if it's public, then you can also avoid the bars.
Yeah, it's like it helps people too.
It's like the app closed down after a week because the police took the entire clientele off the market.
all right, Ethan. Let's say this will be the final round. You are in the lead, correct?
Yes, thanks to favoritism as a guest.
Yes.
All right, Ethan. Your categories are utilities, meetings, and productivity.
meetings, productivity,
Okay, utilities.
decisiveness.
Decisive. There you go. All right, Ethan, your app, the app that we're looking to describe correctly is Fancy Hands.
What category did I pick?
Productivity.
Fancy Hands. Fancy Hands is similar to brain game training apps with the
Mhm.
focus on mind body connections. So it's a bunch of different lessons and exercises where you put your hands on it like a keyboard and move them around so that when you're having to write or you're working at a desk, you're more productive. You can actually works on ambidextrous. It cures left-handedness.
Finally, a cure
That's
for
the claim.
left-handed.
That's the claim. And for $5 a month, they'll send you cards to practice writing on that you then mail out to a random address that they
Oh.
give you.
That's great.
Is it like a folding
Oh.
accordion style card that costs $5
No.
a month?
No, that's a different $5 service. Will, what does Fancy Hands do?
Fancy Hands is actually it's like a wireless, like Connect powered,
Okay.
Connect hand powered way for you to fly your helicopters
Oh, no.
without a joystick. It's just hand movements.
However, it does get disrupted by fog.
Yes.
No pun intended. It didn't get quite off the ground after a horrible PR launch.
All right. Okay, so
Because their first. I mean, Kobe was sponsored by them.
Stop it now. You made your joke. Get away. All right. So the definition in the book is Fancy Hands is a U.S.-based virtual assistance for small tasks.
Mm-hmm. You know who could use that? You know who you could use that date rape app?
This guy.
If only
To
Kobe.
keep his. Was he?
Oh yeah.
Was he a victim?
No.
What? What?
You guys didn't hear about the Kobe?
No, I heard.
So what do you think? What did he walk up to a woman's from across the bar and Kobe?
What's the difference between slander and libel and
libel is they're alive. Slander is just.
Okay. Well,
Tyler, look, you brought me on, and I'm realizing now that my understanding of the podcast is there are no boundaries. And
just
I'm
like
really...
Kobe at the bar.
So,
you
Ethan,
are Mike. Shush. Go away. I'm gonna leave.
Okay, bye.
No, just.
Ethan gets the point and wins the game. Congratulations, Ethan.
Thanks.
Hey, well, remember, like I said, you don't have to get that as close to that mic as you think you do.
Thank you.
So, congratulations, Ethan.
Can you shake your green hand on the wall for me? Pretend that's me. I'm putting my hand out.
It's kind of doesn't really work. I guess. Hang on. Wait.
Maybe just put it against your face. There we go. I feel that.
Okay, there we go.
Wow. Do you put lotion on?
It's not lotion.
Occasionally he puts lotion on.
What is? Did you put the scoreboard on your mic? All right. Next thing.
Okay, I have to call it out. It's called a segue. I mean, we don't really have. That was it for my segments. Okay. Okay. Do you have something to talk about?
I had a story. If Will didn't have any.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So,
Will and I ran out of stories like 2 episodes ago.
So in my time off, there's been one place I have been frequenting quite regularly, and that's it's called the Kava Bar, or it's the Root of Happiness, and it's a Kava bar. And maybe Will can pull up and read what Kava is, like a Peruvian root.
Jimmy, throw that up there.
It's like an alcohol substitute. It's kind of like alcohol as far as how it makes your body feel, and a little more loose socially. But it doesn't totally lower your inhibitions. It's interesting. Anyway, been going there a lot, and some funny things happen there. Last night, there was a guy. I found out he comes there kind of often, and but this time he pulled up. He always drives a white van, and there's a little patio. There's a seating area outside where a lot of people hang out. He pulls his van up to the seating area with the door just open.
Okay.
Little
Classy
white
move.
van, yeah, doors open, and he's playing like
Free candy
Eastern.
on the side.
He's playing like 5-year-old Eastern European EDM or
Okay.
something. And we look over and he's like dancing in the car looking at us. So we just look over and start dancing with him. And then he just comes around to the car later and walks up to my buddy and starts like talking to him like, you guy over there in good nice jacket? He was like just kept trying to start a conversation we didn't understand. At one point, he just starts he pulls out a whole bunch of cash. Like just like
Okay.
hundreds of dollars and 20 and is like, I have job, like just talking to everybody. I have job, good money. Like,
Are you sure there wasn't free candy spray to pay on?
well, that's the thing. My friend looks over and he's like, what's going? He starts yelling at him. Do you have candy in your van? Hey, do you have candy in your van? So he starts offering money for a job, and the one person who's trying to engage with him, he's ignoring, which is actually our friend Mateus, the flat
hey.
earther.
Oh,
Yes.
it's a crossover.
He
Friend of
was
the show.
trying. He didn't care what the guy wanted, but he was trying to provide. So like, he's like, "What's the job? I'll get in your van. What's the job?" And the guy just like he ends up like leaving with the door still open. And then I find out later this girl walks up and she goes, "I think that guy's practicing like he's trying to figure out how to get somebody into his van." Like one time he came up and like had like weird opera music playing and was just staring at people. Like he's progressively, like his tactics keep changing. Like this time he pulled up with just an open, he looks like he's a Russian dude who's trying to be a serial killer.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's pretty. Yeah, you gotta keep an eye on that guy.
So, anyways, I've been driving around to local bars and blasting EDM music, trying to get people to come in my van.
Have they come in your van?
No.
Or have you not been able to get them to come?
No, they never come.
They never come? They leave? Okay. Well, I guess both of these stories leave a disappointment.
Ethan. Well, I've
just looking at your face.
Ethan, I've just realized something. When you're on the show, I struggle to transition from one topic to the next. And I'm not trying to say this in like a mean, bad way, but like when you're not on the show, I was like, oh yeah, oh dude, I want to talk about this thing, I want to talk about that thing, and then like I'll start a conversation, and then but it's like with Ethan, I feel like the previous topic just leaves me so confused, and like I'm on uneven ground, and I just don't know what to do, and I'm not ready to move on to the next topic.
Yeah.
Think of me as a solvent.
Hey,
I feel
You
like
bring me in,
yeah.
start to break
See?
things down.
it's happening again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like just
All right.
imagine me as a bottle of isopropyl alcohol that you just pour all over your sticky podcast, and it starts to just move things around. Right, Will?
Yes, exactly. I heard alcohol. I'm in on that.
Again, I think we need to make you take psychedelics and fix you. Hey, the papers came from a hospital. We can trust them.
Okay. I don't know if I can trust him. Yeah. But yeah, we should
Oh.
yeah.
Have you guys seen the new Star Wars?
Yes.
Ethan.
I don't know why I
Yeah.
asked. How long has it been out? December. It's all
Yeah,
I'm late.
Ethan.
I should go. It's only 9. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go to the drive-ins tonight and watch Star Wars.
Have you
Okay.
not seen it?
No.
Well, take your mushrooms. Get in the
Okay.
van.
I'm being honest and vulnerable with you guys. I don't need you to
Yeah,
look at me any
you're
different.
true, you're
My
true.
behavior should reflect you looking at me different.
But I feel like that would actually be a pretty good movie to see on mushrooms.
Will,
It's
do you
like
want
just
to?
crazy enough.
They don't drug test you for mushrooms.
I have no idea what
I
they
don't
drug test
know.
for.
No, does your work test you for mushrooms?
They do drug tests. I don't know.
They
if
don't check mushrooms.
I don't
My
know if
work
they
do-
check mushrooms.
I'll do some research and we'll figure out what drugs you can do. Because alcohol, like you've only got alcohol. We need to expand.
My job does no drug testing whatsoever.
All right, Tyler,
I'm
bring
going-
your
I got-
shrooms.
Uppers, downers, sidewaysers, everything.
A sideways-er. Ooh.
Oh, you do? Yeah, dude. Like, wait till you get diagonalers. It's crazy.
Get
Dude, I'm full-
sidewinders and Beaver Creeks and Blood Gulches.
A blood gulch is something different, Will.
That's where you end up at the end of the night.
In someone's blood gulch?
Yeah, you get dropped off at the Blood
Yeah.
Gulch because somebody's too afraid to take you to the hospital.
Okay,
I feel
Will,
like
we
Ethan
were
and I are
talk- we
doing
were-
it different.
Yeah, Will, we're not on the same page. I was in my head, you're at a party and then you get dropped off at a blood gulch, but you're still at the party, probably up in the bedroom.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, how long have we been on this episode?
We've been recording
it-
for 15 minutes.
Oh, jeez.
No, I'm done. I'm almost
I was
out of
gonna
here.
say- I was gonna say it feels like 2 hours and yet also 5 minutes.
Yes.
We need to go like another
feel-
5 minutes.
Look, my blood gulch is getting dry. We got to wrap this up pretty soon.
I feel like Ethan 6 months ago, or whatever.
Good.
It's a
good.
disconnect. In
See,
terms of
a
time and-
psychological breakdown means you are set up to rebuild different. The problem
Wow.
is you shouldn't always. Why, if you break down, would you try and get back to where you were or normal? You broke down for a reason. What's going on?
In the words
Wow.
of Linkin Park, we're building it up to break it back down.
Exactly. I agree with that. Cheers to what's his name?
Chester Bennington
Cheers to Chester Bennington.
and
May he.
Kobe Bryant.
Well,
Thank
Kobe didn't kill himself.
You don't know that. You weren't in the helicopter.
You know what? The security video from inside that helicopter was mysteriously erased.
Are you serious?
They don't have security cameras inside helicopters.
Kobe's in there. What are you talking about?
I'm just imagining him in like the back seat and him like trying to climb up into the pilot seat to be like, I can go under that bridge. Kobe.
Does this count as our RIP section? Well,
That's pretty
Is-
close. I was gonna
yeah.
do something like respectful. for Kobe
R.I.P.
at the end.
to R.I.P. to 8 people who were tragically killed
Yeah,
in a
also the
helicopter
other-
who
yeah.
aren't famous.
yeah, the other people in the helicopter who also have died. and
Also-
have
also-
mourning families.
What's his daughter's name? Like, his kid. This is awful.
Cobet.
Okay,
Um,
it's Cobalt. Will.
so I've been working on this new alcoholic drink.
Yeah.
With like grapefruit and strawberries, and I realized that it tastes better if I don't use grapefruit juice. I use grapefruit soda, which
Okay.
means I have to use
Oh,
the soda
they-
squirt.
They make grapefruit. Oh, okay. So I guess I just never thought about squirt being a grapefruit based beverage.
Yeah, so it tastes good, but I'm just uncomfortable buying squirt.
I make mine.
It's your own supply.
Fresh from the blood
Yeah.
gulch.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh
Never squirt in a blood gulch, because then it's just like you might not get out of there alive.
All right. Well, that's been our show. They don't always end up like this, but it's always interesting when they do.
The longer fluid runs through a gulch, the bigger it gets.
That's true.
Like that's how the Grand Canyon was made.
But that's a desert, Ethan. There's no water out there.
Inside of the gulch, there is
Oh, because the flood
because of the
Noah?
water.
Yeah.
No, there's a river there. If you go into the canyon, if you go in there, there's a river.
But it's a
There's water
desert.
in there, Will, there's water in there.
I've never seen water in a desert.
Well, then maybe you're just not trying hard enough, and I feel very bad for your wife.
So Ethan, random shade thrown. Okay.
No, I thought we were doing metaphors this whole time. I didn't know we were on different pages.
Ethan.
I'm kidding.
Uh,
Sorry.
so Ethan, can we expect you back like
Yes.
next week and so
Yes.
forth? Okay.
Yes, but you need to. I am going to keep bringing more and more chaos
Okay.
because
So-
next week I'd like to bring this setup to the Kava bar
Oh,
because there's a
no.
couple people that I want to drop in. And you get to ask them questions because they have the crazy stories. My crazy stories are being around these people.
Okay.
Why
Do you
not bring?
need
Look,
do you need permission of the kava place to set
no,
up this kind of
no.
record
Well, I mean,
record people in California?
I'm like really good friends with the manager. Like they come
mean,
over and hang
now-
out. I think we're good.
Now, if we might have to forego the streaming aspect of things.
Oh no!
but if
Oh
we
well,
could,
I was
but
even
if-
thinking like
but
I
if
could
the
be
three of
be
us-
remote.
But if the three of us could come in, set up a little table, and do a show, I that would be cool.
Okay, we can do. Okay, I was
I-
thinking that one would be cool. We can do that. I was thinking if you wanted, we could do a I'm the reporter out in the field next week.
That's
Or
that's like
I-
taking chaos and then putting another and then throwing him into a chaotic situation. Like, let's do
Okay.
it.
all right, let's do it. Whichever, whatever.
We'll figure
Is-
something out.
Is it like a loud place?
That would be my only concern. Is like it would work. Like I would just switch over to push to talk, and then like it wouldn't overpower me, but there would be background.
Okay, we can figure something out with
Because I definitely want to figure out how to like really up the, especially now that we're live streaming, the dynamic could be like, yeah, there's some crazy people there. I mean, like
And-
Christmas, there was somebody was driving a tractor down Sunrise, like in the parking lots on Christmas. There was this old woman driving a tractor, dressed
And
up
I'm
like
only-
Santa, pulling a trailer covered in lights. They were handing out Christmas like candy canes to people. It was like a freaking matriarchal Christmas tractor, and they were hauling the literal dead body of Santa, just a skeleton. Where like it's scary out there, you guys. Santa's dead.
I miss the good old days where it was the dead body of Jesus. Why can't we have dead Jesus anymore?
Because he resurrected, you idiot.
All right, let's end the
right.
show right there.
All right,
That's
let's end
a good place to end a show.
That is a
Right.
good place to end the show. Jesus resurrected.
All right, so you're gonna play the music.
Now.
Man, it is disconcerting. Like you can't really hear. I can't tell what's going on.
Yeah, so the outro music is playing right now, and they can totally hear us, guys. So,
What?
Okay.
Ah, not
So-
again.
Wow. So the audience knows something that I don't. I don't even know what the thing sounds like.
It's the
It's-
regular outro music. Yeah, never mind. You have no idea because you
No.
Why would you have listened?
Why
to
would
the
I
show?
listen to the show? I'm going crazy. I don't even know what's happening in my real life. No, I'm